side. 30, 20, 15. They will not catch him today.
Coming up this week on Inside Bobcat Football,
we've got the Cowboys in town and we've got all the highlights.
Let's go, State!
So we have a delay in the game.
And plus we meet a defensive playmaker. All that and more is coming up.
Inside Bobcat Football starts now!
The second largest crowd ever at Bobcat Stadium, over 22,000 were here on Saturday. Also had a true freshman quarterback getting his first action ever in a Bobcat uniform. And oh, by the way, a 3.5-hour weather delay. When the lightning settled, the Bobcats had earned a 42-21 victory over the Wyoming Cowboys. Coach Fran and I join you from the team room at Bobcat Stadium. And Coach, first of all, congratulations on your 200th career victory. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. Tyler Jones, true freshman from Stephenville, Texas. What a coming out party. 14 of 18 passing for 196 yards and a touchdown. He also carried 7 times for 56 more yards. What was the process with you and your staff on deciding that Tyler Jones, the right moment for him, was Saturday against Wyoming?
Well, a true freshman, you have to understand he's only had 7 or 8 weeks in this offense, and we recognized his talent. He just needed time to absorb the system and understand it and to be comfortable with it. And the first 3 weeks it was difficult to give him very many reps, but he got lots of mental reps. And Coach Schultz did a great job with him in the film room, preparing him for the moment. And finally, after the Tech game, we just felt like we needed a spark, we needed a change, we needed to do something to get our offense going, and we felt like he was ready. I asked him several times if he thought he was ready. He always said the right things. And so when we left Sunday night's practice, we felt like we would start in that direction and see how he handled it. He did a great job on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday's practice, and that's the direction we headed.
All right, Coach. Wyoming offensively coming into the game, averaging 556 yards of total offense, just south of 42 points per game. And I know you have significant respect for Brett Smith, their quarterback. It looked like the approach defensively was going to be alter discipline, contain Smith, and make sure tackles and get different looks for Wyoming's offense throughout the ball game.
I think that's pretty accurate. Our front did a fantastic job for the most of the evening of filling their gaps. We lost our gap a couple times, and they made nice gains on it. As soon as you lose your gap with their zone, that's going to happen. But most of the evening, we did a good job. Blake McCullough played very well. David Mayo played very well. A lot of guys up front did a good job. And then, you have to fit your secondary around their spread offense. And all that has to be with the thought of containing Smith. And again, our defense rose up and played a good football game and did the right things. We held them to half of their yardage and points for the season. So we felt good about our effort and certainly feel good about our defense.
All right, Coach. And then, of course, the 3.5-hour weather delay when the teams came back on the field. You go into the locker room at the abbreviated halftime, tied at 14 apiece. We're going to step aside, look at the first half highlights. We'll come back to talk about the rain delay and the second half of Bobcat Stadium.
Texas State's final game before the start of Sunbelt play comes in the friendly confines of Bobcat Stadium against the Wyoming Cowboys, a team averaging 42 points a game behind the strength of dual-threat quarterback Brett Smith. But the Bobcat defense into the game was one of the best in the nation stopping the run, something the Cowboys found out early as Texas State's defense stuffs Wyoming on his first drive, forcing a 3-and-out. Making his first career start as a Bobcat, true freshman quarterback Tyler Jones didn't wait long to show Bobcat fans and the Wyoming defense what he's made of, slicing right through the Cowboys for 38 yards on his first career run. Later on the drive, Texas State's first of the game, the Bobcats were faced with 3rd down and 8 at the Wyoming 25. Jones hits a wide-open Andy Erickson over the middle, and Erickson turns a corner, outrunning Cowboy defenders for a 20-yard gain to keep the drive alive. 2 plays later on 2nd and goal for the 1-yard line, Jones with a handoff to Robert Lowe, who walks in for the touchdown, giving Texas State an early 7-0 lead. Next Wyoming drive with the Cowboys determined to test the Bobcats' rush defense again, and again they're denied a first down. Score still 7-0 Bobcats as the Cowboys have the ball on offense for their third possession, and while Brett Smith is mobile, he wasn't fast enough to get away from Mike Arakpo, who sacked Smith as another Wyoming drive ends with a punt. Now to the second quarter, and the score tied at 7. A severe lightning storm leads to a 3.5-hour delay. Play finally resumes at 10:30 Saturday night, just in time for the Bobcat defense to sack Brett Smith again, this time courtesy of Michael Odiari. Late in the first half of the Bobcats now trailing 14-7. Jones dumps off a screen pass to Chris Nuttall, who weaves right through several Cowboy defenders on his way for a 25-yard gain. Next play, and the freshman quarterback is ready to show off his arm. Jones winds up and delivers a perfectly thrown ball right into the back right corner of the end zone, where Ben Ija makes the catch, getting both feet in bounds for the touchdown with just 29 seconds left in the second quarter. A phenomenal play as we hit halftime from Bobcat Stadium with the score Texas State 14, Wyoming 14. Coming up, we'll meet defensive playmaker Michael Odiari.
Color match has complete.
Are you making it just any night? Or are you making it remember that night? Are you making it dinner after the game? Or are you making it a victory meal? Are you making it good enough? Or are you making it great with America's #1 choice, Pizza Hut? Now Pizza Hut offers that great pizza at a great price, the $10 any carryout deal. Any pizza, any size, any toppings, now just $10 when you carry out. We all have a choice. Get America's #1 pizza and make it great.
How do you show your Bobcat pride? Now you can show it off and keep your money here at Texas State, because whenever you buy at the University Bookstore at Texas State, that money stays here on campus. Apparel, books, gifts, and much more. Online or in the heart of Bobcat country, find it, get it, and keep it on campus. University Bookstore at Texas State, your bookstore.
The path to a quarterback isn't always a straight line, and neither was the path to Texas State for defensive end Michael Odiari.
What I do to get ready for game day is just get in a type of trance, just almost block out the world, block out everything, and just visualize what I'm gonna do. Visualize how I'm gonna attack that game, visualize what I'm gonna do in that game, and just close my eyes and just go into another dimension. How I see it is, I'm a competitor and I don't like to lose, so I want to go out there full speed and just strike them, because especially with my size, when they look at me, they're going to be like, this is going to be an easy battle. But after the game, you know, we'll see who wins. That's how I like to view it.
Roll him! Good, got a boy.
You know, back in the Roman times, it's like life or death type situations. It's like you have almost about 4 seconds to get to the quarterback, and what is going through your mind is beat this guy, kill that guy. I ended up going to Butte College in California, After Butte, went to Texas Tech. It didn't work out. Ended up going to West Texas, and I just felt like it was a great place, but I just felt deep down inside, I know that if a D1 school can see something in me, I know I can make it at a D1's program. And that's where I ended up going back home. Just took a year off of football basically, and I was thinking about going to SMU, and basically by God's grace this ended up happening. Texas State ended up coming in. I came in the fall, tried out, no one made the squad, so I went, I was kind of down, but I thought, I might as well give it one more chance. So ended up trying out again in the spring and made it, and just had a little bit of an opportunity to show what I can do.
One team! We gotta play hard! We gotta fight! We gotta fight! We gotta play hard! We gotta fight! We gotta fight! We gotta fight!
At times, I sit back and I think it's crazy that, like where I'm at right now, that I'm even playing football, because I'll think about a year ago, I was in the stands cheering these guys on, and that's how some of them, remember me by like every home game. I was always here, and at times I get in a shock and I just stop and just sit down and I think and reflect of how grateful this opportunity is. Not everyone gets the chance to, even make the team, go through, the workouts, be a part of a team, a family, be all in.
Texas State is a place that encourages dreams and offers connections that make those dreams come true.
A place that engages minds and hearts. A place that puts my passion to work in ways to strengthen my community.
What I learned at Texas State helps me reach beyond the campus and make a difference in the real world.
Early on, it was just a game. Then it became your passion. You've sacrificed everything to arrive at this moment.
Where my dogs at? Where my dogs at? Yeah! Yeah!
This is where it all comes together.
Oh yeah! He's got 10, 5 touchdowns!
And this is where it happens.
Tyler Jones did a great job. True freshman quarterback coming in. You can't say enough about him. Made some great plays out there on his feet, made some great throws, and just had an overall great game for a first college performance.
The second half opens just after 11 p.m. Saturday with the score tied at 14. Wyoming with his first possession of the third quarter. To this point of the season, Brett Smith had just 3 interceptions. Now Brett Smith has 4 interceptions. Colby Targan with a second career INT, and the two-sport star takes the ball all the way back to the Wyoming 49-yard line and fires up his teammates as the Bobcats take over on offense. 5 plays into the drive, the Bobcats decide to give the Cowboys a heavy dose of the running game as Robert Lowe churns out 11 yards to the Wyoming 25. Next play, it's Chris Nuttall's turn as he bounces outside and picks up 11 yards of his own, setting the Bobcats inside the red zone. 2 plays later, and the ball is back into the hands of Robert Lowe and soon enough in the hands of the official as Lowe streaks into the end zone for his second touchdown of the game, giving Texas State a 21-14 lead. After a Cowboys punt, the Bobcats are back at offense. True freshman quarterback Tyler Jones with a high-arcing throw which drops right into the awaiting arms of David Lewis, whose first catch of the season is good for 33 yards. Next play, Texas State goes back to the ground game. Chris Nuttall decides to channel his inner beast mode on Wyoming defenders, carving right through and over the Cowboys on his way to the end zone for a 22-yard touchdown as the Cats take a 28-14 lead. Now to the fourth quarter, and Wyoming, desperate to get back into the game, go for it on 4th and 2 at the Bobcat 37-yard line. But the Bobcat defense is right there to make the play, and their measurement confirms the stop as Texas State takes over on offense. And on the very first play of the ensuing drive, Jones hits Bradley Miller on a routine 5-yard slant, but the play didn't go for 5 yards. It didn't go for 25 or 30 yards. Try 49 yards on the catch and run for Miller, the longest catch of his career. And just 3 plays later, the Bobcats have the ball first and goal at the Cowboys' 5-yard line. Nuttall plows right through the Wyoming defense for his second touchdown of the game as the Cats pull in front 35-14. Late in the game, with the score now 35-21, the Cowboys have no choice but to abandon the run, and with free rein to attack the quarterback, Jordan Norfleet sacks Brett Smith, the Bobcats' 3rd sack of the night. Big game for the defense and a big game for Robert Lowe, whose 30th and final carry of the night results in his 3rd touchdown of the game. Lowe finished with a career high on Saturday with 138 yards on the ground, part of a dominant second half for the Bobcats, who outscored the Cowboys 28-7. Add it all up with the final score from Bobcat Stadium: Texas State 42, Wyoming 21.
Coach, in the second half, Rob Lowe scored 2 of his 3 touchdowns that he ended up with on the night, 138 yards rushing on Claude Mathis-like carries of 30 in the ballgame. Chris Nuttall ran for 2 touchdowns, 11 carries for 62 yards. A lot of production from your running backs, and I thought the offensive line did a tremendous job against a good Wyoming defense.
They did. It was their best game by far. Our 2 running backs ran hard, both of them, and made some nice runs and got tough yardage, and Chris Nuttall did a fantastic job spelling Rob, and we kind of settled in with those 2 for the most part, though the unsung hero is Tim Gay, who threw some fantastic blocks for him.
In the second half, Wyoming owned the football 8 times. They punted twice, turned the ball over on downs 3 times. Colby Targan got his 2nd career interception as part of that. Again, when you talk about a defense that can hold Wyoming to 200 yards fewer total offensive yards, and they were averaging half of their point total, what is the identity of this defense? I just see week in and week out them stopping people.
Well, that's what they're doing. Last year we played really good in the first game, and then it was kind of a scramble after that, and so you've been apprehensive to say, okay, we're getting good on defense, but for 4 straight games now, I think they've played very well, and so your confidence is growing in them, their confidence is growing, and it's exciting to see because when you have a defense like this, you've got a chance to win games.
Your entire football team, the battle cry has been mental toughness, and kind of to go back to the weather delay, there can't be many how-to books on how to get your team through a 3.5-hour weather delay. What did you guys do to overcome that?
We had a practice during August where we had to go in for an hour or so and come back out and practice and be productive, and they did a nice job of that. So I felt like there was some carryover value, though 3.5 hours is a lot longer. We actually got some food for them, some nutrition, not too much, but some bagels and peanut butter and bananas and things, power bars, because they had gone 6.5 hours without eating, so we felt like they needed some energy. They did a great job of staying focused and not losing their edge, and they came out with a great edge, and that's a real tribute to the maturity of our players and the mental toughness things that we've been preaching for a long time. And the only way we were going to beat Wyoming was with mental toughness, physical toughness, and a stronger will. And I think before the night was over, we had all those things.
We're going to step aside again. When we come back, we'll close the book on Wyoming and look forward to the Bobcat Sun Belt opener.
Tim Gay breaks a tackle down the sideline across midfield, inside the 30, 20, 15. They will not catch him today. Touchdown. Catch Inside Bobcat Football with Dennis Francione, Tuesday on the Time Warner Cable Sports Channel, and in Houston, Thursdays on the Comcast Sports Network.
It's nice. I think it just means I'm old. Okay? What really means a lot to me is 200 happened with you. Okay? I mean this. And what means the most to me is number 3.
Coach, at the top of the show, I mentioned your 200th career victory with the victory against Wyoming on Saturday. And my vantage point from the press box, and we saw the television shots of you on the sideline celebrating with your team. 3 years ago, you said one of the reasons you wanted to get back into coaching was because of the players. How special was it for you to get your 200th win with this group of Bobcats?
It was pretty cool. I told them in the locker room afterwards I was most excited about number 3, not number 200. But what really was special, I've never had the team give me the game ball like they did. And that'll be a special moment for a long time. And I have enjoyed these players a lot, and I was glad that I could accomplish a milestone like this with this team.
Now the Sun Belt opener looms on the horizon, Coach, and it's a 2-2 Ragin' Cajun team. But before we talk about them, just what do you think it's going to take for a team to be successful in the Sun Belt?
Well, we're going to have to keep doing the things that we have been doing physically and mentally and toughness-wise. Good preparation, working the process on a weekly basis. This is new territory for us. We haven't really played any Sun Belt teams, so we get to find out early how good we are, I guess, because we get to play the 2 teams right off the bat that were picked to win the conference preseason.
Coach Hudspeth, a very good coach. Cajun Field, a decided home advantage for the Ragin' Cajuns, a dynamic quarterback in Terrence Broadway. He can do a lot of things, and their defense is really good in the red zone. What did I miss?
You hit it pretty good. This is a good football team, and they were 9-4 last year. They've been in New Orleans Bowl 2 years in a row. So the barometer for what it takes to be at the top of this league is been set. The standard is the team that we're going to play this week. Not that there's not some others in there too, but from previous 2 years, Lafayette's carried the flag for the Sun Belt, and so we'll see how we match up. We'll find out early about where the Bobcats are.
All right, Coach, again, congratulations, and we'll see you Saturday down in the Bayou at Cajun Field.
All right.
More Inside Bobcat Football after the break.
Color match has complete.
How do you show your Bobcat pride? Now you can show it off and keep your money here at Texas State, because whenever you buy at the University Bookstore at Texas State, that money stays here on campus. Apparel, books, gifts, and much more. Online or in the heart of Bobcat country, find it, get it, and keep it on campus. University Bookstore at Texas State, your bookstore.
A great way to get involved with student athletes off the field at Texas State is by joining the Bobcat Club.
Bobcat Club is the principal fundraising arm of the athletic department. All proceeds raised by the Bobcat Club go directly to supporting the Student Athlete Scholarship Fund. So all the money we raise pays for the scholarships of our student athletes. Right now we're having a pretty strong year in regards to fundraising numbers. If we continue the momentum we've had over the past several weeks, I think we can eclipse last year's numbers, which was a pretty good year for us. Last year was a record year, and I think we can break last year's record. There are quite a few benefits involved with being a member of the Bobcat Club. The biggest one that a lot of people are most interested in is game day parking at the stadium. The only way to park right here at Bobcat Stadium on game day is by being a member of the Bobcat Club. There are quite a few benefits associated with being a Bobcat Club member, but overall it helps the athletic department, the overall health of the athletic department.
I was raised with my grandma and grandpa, and I mean, we had money, but we didn't have a lot of money. So getting a scholarship here allowed me to actually go to college, and if not, I would probably be at home at the local junior college, and I never would have had this opportunity to be so close to graduating.
Having a soccer scholarship has really meant, so much to me because, I come from a single mom, and, we haven't always been that financially, able to do anything, for me, like school-wise, so having a scholarship has enabled me to come to school and get an education that I've always wanted to get and, pursue my dreams.
I'm just, extremely thankful and extremely blessed to be a part of this program. And, without this opportunity that Texas State gave me, I probably wouldn't be playing college golf, let alone attending college. So, it's big.
Brant Freeman joins us from the Bobcat Radio Network. And Brant, you and I have witnessed some big games here at Bobcat Stadium over the years. That was a big game and a big win on Saturday.
Yeah, you and I said in the broadcast afterwards that you look back at all the home wins in the history of this program, and that has to go down as maybe the top of the list, 42-21 over a very good Wyoming team. You look at the play of the defense, 5 of 16 on third down, Wyoming in the game, 0-3 on fourth downs. By the way, no team in the country has faced fourth down more than the Bobcats and that has not allowed a conversion. 0 for 11 now on the season. Rush defense great as well, now third in the country after the game over the Cowboys. And offensively in the second half, to outscore Wyoming's offense 28-7. Very impressive, especially considering the fact the Bobcats started true freshman at quarterback Tyler Jones made quite an impression in his first game at Texas State.
Sure did, and of course looming on the horizon for the Bobcats, the Ragin' Cajuns, just some of their vitals, 11-1 at home under Coach Hudspeth. The Cajuns have 12 rushing touchdowns in just 4 games. Terrence Broadway completes 63% of his passes. He has 4 rushing scores of his own. 6'4" receiver Jamal Robinson, 19 catches already this season, and he's hit pay dirt 4 times. And Anderson, their linebacker, 42 tackles for him so far this season. He's on his way to Sun Belt honors.
It's going to be a big test this Saturday, no doubt, in Lafayette, Louisiana. You look at the Sun Belt standings right now, though, the team with the best record, the Texas State Bobcats at 3-1. And by the way, in Sun Belt play, the Bobcats have not lost anything so far. Volleyball with sweeps over Lafayette and Monroe. Soccer goes 1-0-1 over the weekend as well. So the Bobcat football team looking to keep it up this Saturday in Lafayette. And we hope to see you there. That's going to wrap up this week's show of Inside Bobcat Football. I'm Brant Freeman, reminding you to unleash that battle cry. We'll see you next time.